Christian and Cooper. This is our third episode. Thank you for listening. This is a little bit of an...
Goodbye. That's exactly what it sounded like you were about to do.
I don't know our ending music. I don't know our outro music stuff.
I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
So this is actually kind of a bit of an attachment episode. Like most of the time we do keeping it short. We don't have any attachments. It's just a short segment. But
I had an attachment to
If you
Velma.
listened to our previous episode yesterday about the BoJack Horseman session 2, in there I talked about a story I had called the Green Golf Ball story. And it's a very... not long per se, like it's not like an hour long, but it's a short enough story where it's something that needs its own little segment to talk about.
But it's also long enough to be like
worth keeping it short.
Worth keeping it short. It better be.
Yeah, I mean, how long do you want me to go?
You go for it. Just go into it.
Yeah. So a little backstory: the Green Golf Ball story is a emotional story about a dad and his son, and it deals with addiction, and it all starts with the gift of a green golf ball. And I was told this by my mentor at the time, and he was told by his mentor, and his mentor was told by his dad. And it's not a story you really write down. It's a story you tell people, and it's something that I wanted to tell. I've told the story about twice, and I've told one to I've told one to my Christian friends, and it's just a story that you can tell people if you really feel like telling it in that setting. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, if you feel like telling the story to someone else, tell it. So... I'm gonna go into it.
This is gonna be a Cooper heavy episode.
You're just gonna be sitting there like, yeah. Oh,
but,
word.
I got my own podcast episode more or less with
the
season
BoJack
2.
one. Yeah.
So you go
deal.
for it. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to check, make sure. I wrote
He's
down
pulling out his phone right now.
Notes. So yeah. So the Green Golf Ball story starts with the dad and his father on Christmas Day, and the son gives the dad a really cool sweater. And so the dad asks the son, what would you like for your birthday? Because it's coming up, because it's birthday in January. And the son goes, oh, I don't know. I would just want a green golf ball. And the dad's like, okay. And so the time rolls around, and he gives him, like the day before his birthday happens, he goes, son, it's your birthday coming up. Would you like anything? And he goes, Dad, I think I just want the green golf ball. And he's like, are you sure? Just a green golf ball? Nothing else? Like, you're turning 14. Would you like maybe some sports stuff, or like maybe a cool little, like a new shirt or like some shoes? And he goes, no, Dad, I just want a green golf ball. And Dad listens to him. He's just father and son relationship. So
he's like, you're on coke. I know it.
And then, so the next day the son opens it up and he has a little box and he gets it. And inside was just a normal green golf ball. And it's so simplistic. It's just a little ball. And so a year passes by and it's his birthday again. He goes, son, it's your birthday now. You're 15. You're legal enough to even get a car, permit and stuff. Would you like a car? And the son goes, no. I would like 2 green golf balls. And the dad is like, but son, I got you a green golf ball last year. Are you sure you want another one? He goes, Dad, I would love more green golf balls. If you love me, you'll give me the green golf ball. So the dad gets him the balls. And so the next day he gives him 2 green golf balls. And now he has 3 green golf balls. The next year goes by. The dad got his son a car later on for him to drive, but that's not like his main gift. So he goes, your birthday's rolling around. What do you want? And the son goes, may I get a truckload of green golf balls since you got me a truck? And he goes, son, what is your obsession with these green golf balls? I don't understand. You told me 2 years ago you wanted a green golf ball, and now you wanted a little bit more, and now you have a truckload.
Dad, I just love balls.
And the son just goes, Dad, if you love me, you will give me the truckload of green golf balls. So the dad gives the son the truckload of green golf balls. And so the son is like, thank you, Dad, I love you. And each time he gets these golf balls, he's showing his dad a little bit more emotions and happiness. So these things really do bring joy to the son, but the dad doesn't know anything. And so the dad, year after year, it keeps happening for about 10 years. Every year he asks him if he wants something else, and the son says he wants more and more golf balls. Until one day, the son is about to leave like the house. He's about to move out. And he checks his room, and his room seems very normal until he opens up his closet and he sees his son has a whole closet full of green golf balls. And at this point, the dad's kind of like, he's done with it. He's like, this is obsessive. You're losing your mind. So he goes to his son. He goes, son, I don't understand. Why do you, like, just tell me, why did you want all these green golf balls this whole time? And the son goes, Dad, I just like green golf balls. I don't need to tell you why. And he goes, I need you to tell me why. You're my son. And the son just doesn't tell the dad. So then the dad gets mad. So he tells the son, I'm going to throw away all your green golf balls. And that's what he does. He throws away the golf balls. He kicks the son out of the house. And him and his dad don't speak for a while. And you can kind of look at that as however you want, like interpretation or whatever about, being green golf balls or whatever. And the story goes on, and the son rekindles his relationship with his dad a bit, and he meets up, and the son is a little bit older now. He has actually a wife, and the dad gets back into his life. They just get to kind of mend each other. And the dad talks to the son. He's like, son, you're about to get married. I'm very proud of you. What would you like for your wedding? And he says, Dad, I would love if you can get me a whole basket of green golf balls.
And he mows him down with a machine gun.
And he goes, son, I will get you those green golf balls. He's accepting his son now. And he says, but you have to tell me why. And he goes, Dad, I can't tell you why. I just need the green golf balls. So the dad just gets him the green golf balls. He gets him a whole buttload of golf balls for his birthday. And the years go by. And the son has a son. So now the dad's a grandpa. And he goes, son, I'm so happy for you. You're going through life. I could never be more proud of you. You're now a dad. And he goes to his son and he goes, son, what would you like for me to get your son? And he goes, would you please buy us a house load of green golf balls? I want my whole house with green golf balls. And the dad is, at this point, is kind of going back to his old nature where he's like, son, I really, 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 like, I love you. I will get this for you, because, the dad will do anything for his son. But he was like, you have to tell me. You have to tell me, like, what is your obsession? Why have you been fixated on these golf balls? Like, what do the golf balls mean? What are they? Are they special or what? And he goes, Dad, if you love me, you will get me the green golf balls. So the dad does it, right? And at this point, you're just kind of like, what is the relationship with this family?
Yeah, why are there green golf balls
like,
everywhere?
Exactly.
Where does he order them from?
And so one day, the dad comes to visit his son. And the son, lets the dad play with everyone. And the son, while hanging out, actually slips on all the golf balls that he has. And he gets, like, really injured. So he goes to the hospital. And the dad is like, son, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. We have the best doctors. And the son just coughingly laughs. And he's like, it's okay, Dad. And he goes to me and he goes, I will tell you. I'm at my lowest. I will tell you. And so he says, ask me. And he's like, ask you what? He goes, you know what? Ask me. And he goes, son, why did you get those green golf balls all this time? What were you neglecting me for? What were you telling me? Why did you ask me to buy all those things? And he says, Dad, the reason why I bought all those green golf balls was, and that's the end of the story.
What?
That's the end of the story. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Bag of mulch.
Bag of mulch.
That's the story. That's the green golf ball story. That's it.
Oh.
You're welcome.
That's the whole story?
That's the whole story. It's just one big stupid joke. My mentor did the same thing. That's the thing. It's just
so dumb.
Because you get invested and you're like, what's the story? And then he dies and there's no end.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you like to talk about it? Or
Yeah. It actually reminds me of this story that I have.
No.
This guy is.
It's called the blue basketball
It's
story.
called the red golf ball. No,
Well,
that's funny though. That's good.
What were you thinking about when I was telling the story?
I was like, because you told me it was like it had something to do with like drugs and stuff, and I was like, oh, is it
I said it
like...
had to do with addiction.
Well, yeah, I assumed
So you assume drugs.
I assumed that it was like an allegory or something.
And
So I was like, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
And
And you're like,
that's it.
that's it. That's the whole story. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's the big thing about the story was we were told this story, and the thing is you have to sell it as
You have to be serious.
you have to be serious and tell them like you have to tell them the story is also like this is a very like dramatic story.
You're gonna cry.
And you listen to the story and you're like he's about to tell it, he's
Mm.
ramping it up, and you just
That's really funny.
it's so funny. It's such a cool
That's
part.
really, really funny.
I was told this so many years ago, and I did it one time, and the only sucky part about that was my friend who was with me when we both learned the story from our mentor.
Mhm.
He was there like kind of like looking at me like you know what the story is, and I'm like everyone else was like what was that, and it was just funny. But yeah, no, that's the
That's
Green Golf Ball
awesome.
story. Please tell your friends that. I mean, don't
Oh my
like
God.
practice it, because the thing about the story is that I did kind of riff a bit of it. You know, I think the original one I was told was like it was buy me a golf ball, buy me a basket of golf balls, buy me a truckload of golf balls, buy me a
house.
house full of golf balls, and then he dies.
That's really funny.
But yeah, so the thing is you can altercate it to however you want. It's just you have to end it with
The title of this Keeping It Short is going to be the saddest story I've ever heard.
and then keep it. I think that's gonna be
You
great.
can make a really serious thumbnail and stuff for it.
Yeah, have like I don't know, like a tier or something.
Yeah, it's going to be funny. It's
It-
going to be good.
It's gonna be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please,
yeah,
please,
everybody
please.
unsubscribed now because of this.
No.
But
But please, like, it's just a fun little story. You can tell it.
Are we gonna be attempting to? I guess I can cut this part out, right here. If I say this and it's not done yet.
So we're gonna cut this part out. Future
So-
Christian.
Yeah, future me. And if it's not cut out and I kept all this stuff in, that means that it went.
You're
through
a
just
terrible
fine.
editor.
No, it went through just fine. So, by this week we should have probably all of our stuff out on Spotify, right?
Yeah, Spotify.
Yeah.
At least Anchor.
At least Anchor. So you can check us out on Anchor. You can check us out on YouTube, and hopefully Spotify as well. We'll have all the links in the description for any of this.
Wait, can we restart? We're gonna say. We're gonna start with.
Yeah.
So that was the story, guys. All right, no, we're gonna just say like, well, yeah. Well, I'll say well, yeah, and we'll be like, one last thing before we go.
Yeah.
And you can
Okay.
just okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well, yeah. That's the story basically.
Oh wait. So I do have one thing
Okay,
to
go
say
ahead.
about it.
Yeah. About
it
it or
was-
about just.
Well, it was really cool. You know what else is really cool? That people can find us on Anchor and Spotify and YouTube and maybe other places if we're lucky.
If we're motivated enough.
Maybe Apple Music.
Maybe
if
Apple
we're
Music.
lucky.
We'll
Maybe
see where we go.
iTunes.
For sure, we're on definitely now on Anchor, and you should see us on Spotify too. So you know, we're finally moving to what we said we were going to do as the faceless platform.
That was our New Year's resolution as well.
And we're a little behind, but guess what? New year, new platform,
New golf ball.
new green golf ball.
All right, well, that was surely something that we kept short.
Very short. Please catch us on the next episode as we talk about. Well, I don't know. Just come back for the next episode.
Just come back for the next one.
Maybe it'll be another golf ball story.
Maybe.
No, it won't.
Maybe Christian will tell a fun story or something. But I think that was really funny and really good, and it made me cry.
Good.
I'm hoping somebody skipped to the end and was like, "What is
What's
this?
the ending? What's the ending? And
What's
then
the ending? It's me crying." But I think it was a good episode.
I liked
Honestly, I think it's really funny. But yeah, this is really just a mask for us to announce our dropping on Anchor and Spotify.
it
and
really
stuff.
was just a big plug. Yeah. Our show is the green golf ball.
Oh yeah,
And you
you
must-
should be addicted to it.
You should be addicted to it, and you should get as much episodes as possible.
Definitely reach out to us on Instagram, and if you have any ideas for episodes,
People to interview.
even just to be like, hey, I like the episode.
Yeah.
Like saying that really does boost morale.
Yeah.
All right, well, I was Cooper,
And I'm Christian.
and that was the Real
Deal.
Podcast.
Keeping it short.
Yes, sir. See you later.